Hey, it's Bri, and girl, I did not know being famous was this hard. Bitches is trying to sue me. Like, I'm ready to fight. If you've been here before, thanks for stopping by. And if you're new here, go ahead and do me a favor right quick. You know, click that red button and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell for notifications, because after I tell you guys my business, you're not gonna have no choice but to subscribe, because how am I gonna pay my lawyer fees? Do you want to see me go to jail? I do not want to see no hashtags on Twitter talking about free Bri, even though that would kind of be iconic, you know, like free JT. But look. Today, I'm going to tell you guys how I found out that I was being sued over a YouTube video. And this story time is super funny to me because I'm actually being sued over a story time that y'all let flop. Like, the video didn't even get views, bitch. I deleted it.
Hello, you've reached the house of unrecognized talent.
This is a situation that I'm still currently dealing with, you know, like with COVID and everything. This situation is still up in the air. Now, before I go ahead and give you guys all the backstory, because I know some of you bitches are watching just because you praying on my downfall, I'm gonna need you hoes to go ahead and turn that thumbs up blue right now, like at the beginning. Go ahead and do that for me. So let's take it back to the year 2019. I had just left the state of Ohio. I thought my YouTube career was absolutely over, and I was somewhere in the Bay Area working 10-hour shifts at McDonald's, saving up for a MacBook. At this particular time in my life, I felt so far away from my dreams. It was almost to the point I was embarrassed to even tell people I was a YouTuber, because it wasn't like I was still uploading videos. This was a time in my life before my spiritual awakening where I just did not know why so much bad stuff was happening to me back to back to back. I had never imagined in a million years that I would be an employee at McDonald's. Granted, I was making hella bank when I was working at McDonald's in the Bay. Like, I was damn near making $2,000 every single check. Shout out to the McDonald's in Pleasanton, California. That's all I'm gonna say. You guys paid my bills and y'all got me back on YouTube, so I'm very appreciative. But this is something that's very important. This is what I need you guys to know. When you work at McDonald's, you see the worst of human beings. People treat you like shit when you work at McDonald's because, I mean, you already work at McDonald's.
Did she climb through the window? She didn't climb through the window. Did she climb through the window? She climbed through the window! Oh! Twerk for me!
Like, clearly you need a job, bitch. You're working at McDonald's. And don't get me wrong, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, before the Lord humbled me, I used to be the same way. Until you are in that position, you know, you kind of learn to shut your mouth a little bit. What I'm basically trying to say is, working 10 hours in a fast food customer service environment, it's pretty draining, okay? And it makes you feel like, when the fuck am I gonna have the time to chase my dreams? On top of the fact, I was living in like a 2-bedroom apartment with my sister, her best friend, because I don't know how the fuck she considered that lady a best friend, her best friend's estranged sister. Like, the best friend and the sister had such a weird relationship. And then the best friend's sister's daughter, okay? It was way too many bitches in that house. I already did a story time about my living situation when I was in the Bay Area, how I got kicked out in the middle of the night. So please, you guys, have mercy on me. Do not trigger my PTSD. Go watch that story time if you guys want to know. Just know I was working in a stressful environment and coming home to a stressful, toxic situation. On top of all of this, I'm still trying to process what happened to me in Ohio. I feel like it's really important to tell you guys that right after I left Ohio, my auntie called me on the phone and she told me that somebody was looking for me. They were trying to serve me court papers and they thought that I was still living there. Now, at this time, my auntie literally had no idea where I lived because she didn't know my sister. She didn't know my dad's side of the family. So when she told this guy, I don't know where she is, she does not live here, she literally was telling the truth. This guy had gone to my auntie's porch more than one time. She had to tell this guy to his face more than one time, she does not live here. Like, he had literally been harassing her. I felt so guilty on top of everything that I'm going through in my life. My auntie's being harassed and I don't know what the fuck I'm being sued for. Like, you guys don't know where I was mentally, because I'm like, like, all this shit is going on in my life and somebody's trying to track me down and sue me. Like, what the fuck did I do? Now, I told you guys I was working 10-hour shifts at McDonald's, so you can imagine how often I was able to check my phone realistically. I used to work the morning shift, so I would be at work at like 6 in the morning, if not earlier than that sometimes. This particular day when I was at work, I noticed that when it was time for me to take my first 10-minute break, I had so many missed phone calls. My auntie had been calling me that morning, so I was like, what the fuck? My auntie was calling me to let me know that the guy that was trying to serve me did not believe that I was not living there and went ahead and fucking served her anyway.
You've been served.
Oh, you're a jerk.
Like, this dude really thought that my auntie was lying, and the whole time I actually really was like 8 hours away. And the fact that he took it upon himself to just like leave the subpoena on the doorstep was fucking ridiculous. It was crazy. It's literally my first time being sued. So how would you handle it? Like, let me know in the comments below how you guys would feel about this. But like, how the fuck is a bitch dealing with like rich bitch problems and I'm nowhere even near where I want to be? And it's like, can I make my first $1 million, please? Y'all trying to fuck with me right now. Like, let me tell you something, bitch. I'ma do you just like Tierra Marie did 50 Cent.
Oh, you think you getting, I ain't got it. Oh, you think you getting, I ain't got it.
Now, mind you, I was only on a 10-minute break, so I was really trying to get all the tea that I could out of my auntie within that time span, because we had literally spent weeks trying to figure out who the fuck was trying to sue me and why. The person that I was in 2019, I was very like emotional. I was like a crazy overthinker. Like, once I got a negative thought, they would like multiply. And honestly, on my 10-minute break, I started to spiral out of control. I remember being in the parking lot of that McDonald's, literally bawling my eyes out, trying to get myself together because I had to go back into my job and get that bag. I literally had a full shift to do. I did not have time to be thinking about, oh my God, I'm getting sued and I'm getting cussed out over somebody's Big Mac not having extra sauce on it. Like, priorities. So my auntie and I agreed that it was just better for me to give her a call back so we could really talk about what the court case was about. So from the time I got off the phone with my auntie all the way up until my 30-minute break, like my actual lunch, my mind was turning and I was thinking, okay, how am I going to get myself out of this? I cannot afford lawyer fees. I'm literally working my ass off just to get this MacBook. In my mind, I was like, there's nothing that I did that serious to be sued. So I need to figure out a solution, and I need to figure out a solution very fucking fast. So when I go on my lunch break, I call my auntie back and she reads the first few pages of the subpoena. She lets me know why I'm being sued and how much I'm being sued for. Now, remember when I told you guys that I kind of find this story time to be funny because I'm being sued over a video that didn't even get views in the first place and I ended up deleting it on my own? Okay, let me tell you guys what happened and why I'm being sued. A few years prior to 2019, I was living in Koreatown and I was broke as fuck and I needed a side hustle. For some reason, I could not find a job. Like, no matter how hard I tried, no matter how hard I lied on my resume, a bitch could not get a job. And so I went on Craigslist and I thought that it would be a good idea to babysit dogs. Like, basically the program was like, instead of the dogs being killed, you babysit them until they're able to get adopted. I hope I explained that right. Like, basically, they get a second chance at adoption, but they need somewhere to stay because they can't stay in the shelter. Like, if they stay in the shelter, they're gonna kill them. I signed up to let some random dog stay in my house for fucking $200, dude. You know what, you guys? Let me know in the comments below if you even fucking remember this story time, because this was a story time that I did way back at the beginning of my channel when I started to realize that like people liked story times. Like, when I realized that people liked my stories, I just started telling all my business. The first night I got that dog, he literally mauled somebody. This dog literally got lockjaw on this guy in the middle of the fucking street. Obviously, there was a report made. So after that dog mauled the first guy, I contacted the adoption agency. They finessed me. They basically convinced me that there was nothing that they could do to take the dog back and that I signed an agreement and I was stuck with the dog until a certain amount of days. Even though the dog viciously attacked somebody in a very fucking populated area of the city. Like, I was so confused why they did not take the dog back the first incident. I stayed in the house with this dog. The dog was shitting on my carpet, pissing on the floors, because I was too scared to take the dog outside of the house. When I tell you that dog literally did not like anybody else but me. My roommate was petrified. This fucking dog situation literally ruined my birthday, okay? I was like, no, bitch, you are not gonna take another poop in my kitchen. I'm taking you outside. You're going for a walk. You guys, this bitch attacked not one, but 2 people. Put the dog on the leash, do everything that the adoption agency told me to do to have this dog in a good mood. We go outside. I lived on a hill. At the bottom of my hill, there was like a school. I don't know what triggered this pit bull. This dog saw the kids at the bottom of the street getting out of school and shot off the leash. I kid you not. When I tell you, bitch, I was standing there in disbelief. It was like a movie, bro. When the leash released from my hand, I was like, this shit is over. Like, I don't know what to do. And I watched that white ass pit bull just go full speed at a crowd of children. And I did not know what to do. So I told the fucking kids to run.
Ricky!
I'm sorry, I'm black, bitch. I'm black. I didn't know what else to say. I just was like, run. One of the little girls, I feel so bad for her. I will never forget her. I hope she never sees this video because she might fuck around and sue my ass. I felt so bad for this girl because she literally was minding her business, doing her little Snapchat with her friend. And then she looks up from her phone and it's a grown ass dog coming at her full speed. That dog did lockjaw again on this little 13-year-old ass girl. Do you know how bad I felt, bitch? People was bringing out the violence on this dog over that little girl.
Back, bitch! Back! I warn ya!
When I tell you, I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I'm not even trying to be funny. One of the parents that was waiting to get their kids, they literally pulled out some Windex. They went to their car, they pulled out Windex, they was spraying the dog in the face with the Windex. Somebody had a pipe, they was banging it with a pipe. I didn't know who to feel bad for. Like, I felt so bad for the dog too, because I'm like, the dog is like, damn bitch, I'm trying to protect you and this is how you letting me go out? I'm so sorry that I find everything to be funny. Like, I literally feel a tear getting ready to come down my eye. I am so sorry if somebody is like, damn bitch, you fucked up. This dog done traumatized not 1 but 2 people so far in the story, and you not even nowhere near the end yet. I did say that the dog attacked 2 people in one day, right? Yeah, let me stop laughing. God was with her that day because that dog would not let her go. But she had so many layers and she had on them thick ass leather shoes. That dog was not doing nothing. You guys, at this point, I was just like trying to distance myself from the dog. People are coming up to me, they're asking me all these questions, rightfully so. And I'm like, you know what? This is not my dog. This is not my dog. I don't know what to do. I'm babysitting this dog. This dog belongs to an adoption agency. I'm only watching this dog because I'm getting paid for this. It was my birthday. I was supposed to have a Sex in the City party. Like, there were so many emotions that I was going through, okay? Here I am filling out another fucking police report, talking to the school principal, all because a bitch was broke trying to make $200 because I was that far behind on my rent. Let me know in the comments below if you guys really think that this $200 was worth it, because I promise you to God, it was not. I promise you. So I take my dog back to my apartment because remember I told you guys the dog only fucked with me, okay? It was literally up to me to bring the dog back to safety, which was my fucking apartment. And I knew my roommate was gonna get off early that day, so I texted her in advance. I told her what was going on. She's fucking panicking. I'm just like, you know what? This dog has made my life a living hell. Like, this money is not worth it. This adoption agency, they do not want to take this dog off my fucking hands. I've been calling them every fucking day, every other day. I'm running out of money because the dog food is gone. So now I have to buy dog food. Now I have to spend my own money. Like, the dog was literally inconveniencing me. And I told them after the dog dog bit the first guy, like, this bitch got a bounce by my birthday. And for some reason, I'm still fucking staring at this dog and they done bit somebody else. Like, what the fuck? I'm on the phone with the adoption agency and I'm going up. Like, at this point, I have no mercy. I don't even give a fuck if I get paid or not. Just take the fucking dog off my hands. Like, seriously, don't give me any fucking excuses. Do not be passive aggressive with me. Send somebody down here right now to take this dog. I'm not going down for this. I filed multiple police reports. Bitches think that this is my dog. To shut me up, the dog agency was basically like, okay, we're gonna send somebody out to pick up the dog around 6 p.m. This is an emergency situation. Cause bitch, they was still trying to tell me, oh no, we don't have drivers. I'm like, find somebody. Take somebody out the office and make them drive and come get this dog. I'm gonna lose my home. I'm gonna lose the roof over my head that I already can't pay for because my roommate is not gonna wanna live with a bitch that has a vicious dog in the living room. Like, I was really trying to break that shit down. Honestly, there were so many red flags with that adoption agency. I don't even know how they were legally in business because they did me so fucking dirty in that situation. So honestly, it was about like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, the time of day when people start getting off work, right? And I'm stuck in the house with this dog on my birthday. I had to cancel my party. Like, I was really fucking like ready for this dog to go. When I tell you that dog fucked up my whole day, I could not get that little girl screaming out of my head. Like, I was traumatized. When I finally got the text message that the guy was outside, it was like I could hear the angels in heaven sing. I gathered all that shit up so quick. The toys, even the food I bought, I was like, take every fucking thing, the bed, everything. Get this bitch out of here. Seriously, like, I never hated a dog so much. It was so weird. Now, let me tell you something. If you guys thought that the first 2 incidences where this dog attacked people were bad, oh, baby. This last one, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I see why you're being sued. What I'm about to tell you was literally like some shit out of a movie. I thought I had everything good to go, that it was gonna be an easy transaction and all I had to do was hand the leash to the other guy, bro. I lived on the first floor. If you guys knew how close I was to the front fucking door, there's no reason in this world that what I'm about to tell you happened actually fucking happened. I lived literally 15 fucking seconds from the front door of my apartment, if not less. Another thing that I feel like is important for you guys to know about Koreatown is that parking is really fucking bad. The street that I lived on was kind of narrow. I don't know who the agency sent to pick up this dog, but I don't know why they thought it would be necessary to go around my block multiple times trying to find parking. Weren't they notified that this dog is like a danger to society? Weren't they given a heads up on the situation? Bitch, I got to the front door, there was nobody in fucking sight. My guards were not up. I wasn't stressed out because I'm telling you, I was just so relieved that somebody was gonna take the dog. I'm holding the door open to my apartment. I'm looking out on the street and there's a lady that's coming up and she's getting ready to go inside my apartment. I move out of the way. I'm telling you, bro, this shit was like a fucking movie. It happened so fast. I move out of the way. The dog let the lady go by. Like, the lady literally walked past me. Everything was normal. And then all of a sudden the dog fucking snapped, latched onto the lady and started like shaking her. Like, literally, it was the fucking worst episode that dog had ever had. That dog was like throwing this lady around like she was a rag doll. Girl, when I tell you the story couldn't get any worse, her fucking son and dad came downstairs and her fucking son saw his mom viciously being mauled by a pit bull. When I tell you, it was all bad. This kind of shit is like, it's not even real life. Like, people wouldn't even believe that this is like real life shit because it's like, only you, Brianna. Like, what the fuck do you mean? The lady completely walked past the dog and then the dog was like, you know what, fuck this bitch, and just started going in on her. It was so fucked up because when her kids saw her, I was like, I cannot handle this again. There were levels to that situation that I just could not process. You guys don't even go in on me, but like, I was too afraid to hit that dog, to punch that dog. Like, I don't know. Like, at this point, people are hearing this woman scream. Once again, people start going at this dog, attacking this dog. So while the dog is like mauling this lady in the entrance to my fucking apartment lobby, the guy that was supposed to pick the dog up actually shows up. He's literally across the street, petrified as fuck, watching this dog shake this lady back and forth like she was a rag doll. Do you know how disappointed I was when he was like, I'm here for the dog, dog, I'm here for the dog, but my niece is in the car. I'm dealing with some lady being attacked right in front of my fucking face. I literally don't know what to do. There's a baby in the lobby screaming and hollering. On top of the fact, not only is her son watching this, her dad is watching it too. I mean, this shit was just so fucked up. Like, this lady just wanted to get off work and pick her kid up from her dad's house, and now she's being fucking eaten alive. The guy from across the street runs over and tries to help me. I'm just hearing white noise. Like, I can't even process what's going on because so much shit is going on that I just like run back to my apartment and I tell my boyfriend, I'm like, help me, help me. The dog is attacking somebody in the hallway, in the lobby. Like, help me. I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't think you guys understand how quickly everything fucking happened. If I was my ex-boyfriend, I wouldn't even have believed me either, because that's how quick it happened. The fire department showed up out of fucking nowhere. And what was so embarrassing, it was the same fucking fire crew from when the little girl got attacked literally a few hours before. It literally turned into a crime scene. By the time the fire department got that dog off the lady, her wounds were really bad. Like, really bad. My ex-boyfriend had to carry her because there was no way that she could stand up. There was no way. The fire department made it very clear that she was gonna have to go to the hospital. Like, that dog had literally tore into her leg. They had to start wrapping her up before she even went to the hospital in front of her son. And also, I just want to say, I'm bold as fuck for telling this whole fucking story again, especially knowing that I'm being sued over this particular story. Like, what the fuck? Now that I told you guys what happened, let's go back to 2019. So I'm on my 30-minute lunch break. My auntie tells me that I'm being sued. My landlord at the time, she's being sued because the incident happened on her property. Bitch, I was being sued for like $25,000. It was either $25,000 or $2,500,000. Some money that I haven't even touched yet in my life. The bitch even tried to say in the subpoena, she wanted compensation for the emotional distress that her son went through because he had to see her get mauled. When my auntie told me that shit, I was like, I know the perfect fucking solution. The first thing that I thought to myself was, I'm gonna call the adoption agency if they're still in business, and luckily they were. So I called the adoption agency and I explained my situation to them. I'm being sued. I don't even live in LA anymore. I really don't feel like this is my problem. I don't know if you guys can help me with legal fees or something, but if this lady sues me, I'm just gonna turn around and sue you guys. So the original agreement, when I reached out to the adoption agency in 2019, they were going to provide free legal assistance because the dog was not my responsibility. I was given the dog under a contract that said that I would be paid X amount of money that I was never even fucking paid. Like, girl, I was going hard as fuck on the phone. I was like, I went through all of this. I told you guys to come get the dog, and I even pulled up old ass emails. I was like, you guys set me up for failure. For the first time in my fucking life, I found out that that dog was being kept in a cage. That dog did not have any interaction outside. That dog was not supposed to have interaction outside because of how long it was kept in a cage, because it had issues with attacking people. Nobody gave me the heads up on that. I was literally gaslighting the fuck out of this adoption agency. In the beginning, everything seemed like the wheel was gonna turn in my favor. It seemed like the adoption agency understood where I was coming from. It seemed like they wanted to help. The more I started to communicate with them, the more I realized they were only trying to help me as long as I didn't put full responsibility on them, if that makes sense. Like, as long as I didn't mention certain information, they were willing to help me. When the adoption agency started to talk about, we could give you a list of lawyers and you could pay for the consultation, that don't sound like free to me, bitch. So if I'm not 100% lying and making you look good, you're gonna help me find a lawyer and I'm just gonna have to do the rest? Right now, I'm in the process of trying to sue this adoption agency with this lady because I'm not going out like that. Like, bitch, I understand you had a traumatizing experience, but so did I. I had notified these people not once but twice before you were attacked, and they did not take this animal out of my possession. I am not going out sad. If you guys are not gonna help me in a way where I'm not gonna have to pay somebody over $10,000 for something that I had no fucking control over, then yeah, I'm gonna team up with the bitch and go against you. Because I feel like at this point, I deserve some compensation. If you guys really want, if you guys have made it this far in the video, bitch, go ahead and turn that thumbs up blue because you're fucking with a real boss. I also suffered emotional damage. That dog ruined my fucking birthday. I saw a mom be attacked in front of her child. I saw a grown man bleed and a little girl scream for her life, okay? I have emotional damage too. I'm sorry, and did I mention the fact that I never even got paid? I'm a Capricorn. I know I brought that up. In my opinion, bitch, my case is solid. If you guys like this video, go ahead and turn that thumbs up blue. Support your girl so I can get the best lawyer in Beverly Hills. I got a court case to win. Go ahead and get those fingers moving in the comments below and let me know what y'all feel about this story because honestly, I am so happy for everything that I have gone through in life because $200, I did all of that shit for $200. That's how you know you grown up, when you look at your past version of yourself and you say, it couldn't be me. With that being said, pray for your girl. I love you guys so much and I'll see you in the next video. Till next time.